Well, is this a part of a new thing that you're doing?
Yes.
Okay.
This is a new segment on the show called People We Hate.
Right.
So every week, either me or James pick someone we hate.
Yeah.
We go into the history and why we hate them, why they're hateable, and why you should hate them.
Okay.
And let's be honest here, why you should dox them, attack them, get those snipers back.
Go to their home.
Yeah. There's actually one bit, I wish I saved it for the Patreon episode.
Yeah.
But, look, let's just get this out of the way, okay?
Okay.
Brendan O'Connor.
Yes.
His son,
Oh?
you know,
What?
let's just say he should be off limits.
I don't know what that means.
Let's just say he's swimming. No, I was going to say swimming with the fishes. That's dead.
Yeah, that is dead.
He's got Down syndrome. Let's just say he's swimming with the crayons.
Swimming with the crayons
Yeah.
that
So let's
taste so good.
Let's just get that out of the way, okay?
Okay, so
the son
has Down syndrome.
Yeah, and that's in no way my fault. Okay?
No, it's not.
I don't want anyone to start to say I did something.
Why is Brendan O'Connor trying to blame you?
I don't want
taking you to court.
I don't want anyone to say I did some kind of rain dance.
Brain dance. Yeah.
Yeah, so let's just get that out of the way, okay?
Right, okay.
Get the silliness out of the way, and let's get into the serious. Like, obviously, you shouldn't hate him for that.
No.
That's the only likable thing about him.
Right.
Okay. Okay.
I didn't know that at all.
Yeah, well, he uses him a lot in his columns.
Okay.
Actually, even using it sounds... Saying, like, he uses him a lot sounds like I'm being negative. Like, he talks about him a lot in his columns, okay?
Right,
his
okay.
awful columns, okay?
Right.
Brendan O'Connor.
Yes.
A guy we all kind of know, but we don't want to.
No.
And he's someone I think there's a lot of hateable people out in the world.
Yeah.
And Brendan O'Connor kind of sneaks around, okay? And we kind of don't notice him.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's kind of like he's so boring that you don't really pay attention to him. But on the rare occasions you do pay attention to him, you just think, oh, this is a very unpleasant, unlikable individual.
Yeah. But you think, like, oh, he's not as bad as, like,
Stalin?
yeah, Stalin or Hitler.
Yeah.
You'd be wrong, my friend.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
So, Brendan O'Connor, born in Cork.
Right.
Okay. From a young age, wonderkind.
Okay.
Okay. Debate Society.
Oh.
At a young age, he was doing comedy. He was singing.
Comedy?
Yeah.
Really?
Stand-up comedy, yeah.
Fuck off.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think a big part of his personality is the fact he's a failed comic.
Okay.
Yeah.
He does have that bitterness. Yeah.
Now, back in the day, if you're a failed comic, you had to go into, like, writing and write funny columns.
Okay.
For the
Wait, how
Indo.
long was he a comedian for, roughly?
A few years. He was doing the Inter a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Listen to this.
Wow.
His character, okay, was a satirical poet.
Satirical poet?
Yeah.
Okay.
He'd make fun of poets.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what, he'd just get up there and do intentionally bad poetry?
Yeah, in the Inter,
Right.
yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah.
That was his shtick for a while, okay?
Okay, fair enough.
And then he got into writing
Oh.
for the Independent.
Right.
Now, apparently his older brother got him into writing.
What does his older brother do?
You know what he does?
What?
Sleeping with the fishes.
Oh,
Yeah,
bada bing.
and he doesn't have Down syndrome.
Okay.
Yeah. His older brother got him into writing and died.
How'd he die?
I didn't see... It didn't really go into detail.
Okay.
I hope it was something painful.
Okay. Hopefully.
Yeah. I hope it was like...
He had to listen to his brother stand up.
Or like he was driving behind a truck full of, rebar.
Rebar?
You know those pipes?
Oh, yeah.
And like...
one like came out and flew through the
Yeah,
windscreen.
I hope like it was a whole Final Destination thing.
Yes.
Or you see a thing in Final Destination where the girl's in the sunbed and the thing falls over and you can't open the door and
and
she
then they
burns
just
alive.
slowly cook alive.
Yeah, I hope that's what happened. Yeah, I hope he was in a bikini and he got burnt to death.
Listening to Roller Coaster. Oh no.
Okay, so he's he's writing, he's
Right.
doing some poetry, some
Right.
comedy, some
Right.
singing,
Sure.
and he's like, "This is great." He gets onto a TV show called "Don't Feed the Gondolas,"
Gondolas. Yeah.
which is a
Wasn't
play on gorillas.
Dara O'Brien was on
Dara O'Brien and Sean Moncrief.
Right. Yeah.
It was the three of them, okay? And I watched an
Jesus.
episode to get an idea what the show was.
Yeah.
And it's funny because it's like The Panel, but it's the 90s.
Right.
So Lewinsky jokes are like topical.
They're huge, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's funny because, like Dara O'Brien's doing like stuff that like It's not groundbreaking, but it's just funny. Like,
Yeah.
Bill Clinton like Pinocchio, but instead of his nose getting bigger, it's like
Hey-o.
yeah, it's more meat than wood.
Hey,
yeah.
bada-boo.
Yeah, like but they're jokes. Like
Yeah, sure, yeah.
maybe like he probably looks back and be like, ugh,
Yeah, but I'm sure at the time it was great. Like,
yeah. So Sean Moncrief, he's on News Talk now,
yeah.
and his daughter's
on
OnlyFans.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, and she seems pretty funny. Like I
Yeah?
watch her vlogs, and she's pretty funny.
Okay.
Yeah. No, she's all right. Like, yeah.
Hey, what did I didn't say nothing. I didn't say nothing. Yeah.
I'm not jealous. Okay, so
her
Sean
job?
Moncrief was the straight guy on the show. He was the host,
Right.
And he batted back and forth.
Okay.
And it's funny watching him play because Darryl Breen gets a laugh,
Yeah,
big laugh.
of course.
Brendan O'Connor says something. Crickets.
Yeah?
Crickets. Yeah.
Brilliant,
Nearly
yeah.
It's almost like someone turned down the laugh track. Like,
Well, see, that is the thing. If you have... He just exudes a very unlikable persona, or his aura. It's hard to describe. It's almost like you don't even need to conceptualize it. It's just something you feel.
Yeah.
He has an unlikable feel to him. And I think if you're a stand-up comedian and you have like this inherent unlikability that sort of radiates out, people pick up on that and you don't get laughs. And
yeah,
that's
and also
kinda,
like I noticed a lot when Darryl Breen says something, he's completely at ease. It's like, sure, imagine this, okay?
Yeah.
Haha, smile, smile, smile.
Yeah.
With Brendan O'Connor, it's kind of hard to verbalize this, but after every joke, whether it works or not, you get this kind of like grumpy, kind of dour, kind of like,
Okay.
look, as if
Right.
everything he says, like, it's either like that didn't get a laugh or that didn't get a big enough laugh.
Right,
or,
right, okay.
I could have said that better.
people
or,
don't appreciate me. Yeah.
Or even like if it's a big laugh, he's like, Darryl Breen's probably going to say something funny next. Fuck him.
Fucking prick.
He'll never host Mock the Week. I don't know what Mock the Week is yet, but he will.
I'll see to it that it doesn't happen.
So listen to this. Don't Feed the Gondolas is a relatively successful show for RTE, okay?
Yeah.
Darryl Breen leaves.
Of
Bigger and
course.
better things.
Sure.
Sean Moncrief leaves. Bigger and
Bigger
better,
and better
things.
things.
They're both, even to this day, very successful.
Yes.
Sean Moncrief, big radio show every day.
Sure.
He's actually one of the only people on News Talk who seems to have some kind of like conscious.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not like.
I've never listened to him, so I really wouldn't know.
I mean, he's middle class, but he's not like retardedly middle class.
Right, okay.
Like I was listening to Pat Kenny once on News Talk, and he's like, "Yes, as I'm sure we've all got gardens, and like he lives in this world. Pat Kenny lives in this world. Where we've all got like lovely gardens in our house.
lovely gardens and atriums.
Yeah. And all his stuff is like,
Wow.
so you're buying your second fridge. What should you look for?
Now, should it be bigger than your first fridge? Yes, I believe it should.
Yes.
Yeah.
So it's then they all leave. It's Brendan O'Connor on his own.
Okay.
Don't
So,
feed.
what year was Don't Feed the Gondolas?
No, Monica Lewinsky. So
Okay, so that's like mid to late 90s.
Yeah.
Yeah, 97, 98.
So Brendan O'Connor is now in charge of the show.
Oh,
He's
right.
the only one left.
Oh, shit.
And the show nosedives.
Who comes on to replace the other two?
Just not comedians, like they just. I think it's a rotating
Right,
cast
okay.
of people, like
Yeah, and it just-
people like Ivan Yates, like not like
Yeah,
not people
okay.
like, oh, I love his take on things.
God, it's awful. It's just
Yeah.
all so awful.
So the show goes down, and Brendan O'Connor doesn't take. Brendan O'Connor blames the lack of funny people in the Irish comedy scene.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, sure.
He said there was no one funny around to have on the show, and that's why the show failed.
Yeah, this is around the time of Tommy Tiernan, Dylan Moore, and they're all coming up.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no funny people.
I guarantee you, he probably was like, no,
yeah.
I don't get it.
That's the thing. He wouldn't have wanted anybody on that could upstage him or outshine him.
Yeah.
Which is literally anyone.
Yeah.
So he just gets duds on to make himself look better. And then, of course, the show tanks.
Where instead of like, he should have just been the host and been like, look, I'll have it the odd funny thing, but
Yeah.
I'll let these funny guys take control.
Like, at the very least, he should have been able to look at it as a business decision, say, okay, maybe I won't be the star of the show, but if I get good people on, at least the show will still be successful, and I'll be, like, heading the ship or whatever,
yeah.
you know? But his own narcissism wouldn't let him do that.
And actually, to bring that back for a minute,
Yeah.
remember when he had the show Cutting Edge?
Yeah.
So I know two comedians that either opened for him or, well, one definitely opened for him.
Is
Did
it
crowd work. Like,
Crowd work, like the warm-up act for the audience.
yeah.
Right,
A few
right,
people,
right.
like, I think two who actually did it, and then one who tried to do it and was turned down.
Okay.
And he was told this by a producer, And then the other comedians were like, yeah, that's true. Like, and there's a reason why the two comedians I know weren't invited back.
Okay.
Because he doesn't like people being that funny.
Really?
When he sees the guy doing crowd work, he's getting laughs. He's like, fuck you.
Really?
Yeah.
Holy shit. See, you can just tell he has that very bitter, petty, like insecure thing where he just can't, if he's not the star, if he's not the funniest, the most likable, blah, 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 he's very resentful of anybody that's better than him.
Yeah.
Which is literally anyone.
Yeah, and he actually stopped comedians doing that.
Yeah.
There's no crowd like warm-ups now.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
For his show. Well, he doesn't have a show now, but
No, he didn't have it. But at the time, he was like,
Yeah.
no, it doesn't set the right tone. I don't want the crowd to be in any way enjoying
Nah,
themselves.
that will ruin it for me.
Ruin it, yeah. He can only get off if he knows the entire audience are miserable.
So, okay, now this is a real rag to riches story, okay?
All right.
He loses his show. He's like, what am I going to do now?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm just alone in my house.
Yes.
Who's in the house? I'm in the house. Wait a minute. That could be a song.
Wait, this is after Don't Feed the Gondolas,
Yeah.
right?
He looks at the cross on the wall and is like, I got an idea.
Yeah.
He releases
Who's in the house? Jesus in the house. What was the name of the... He went under... Because he was like dressed as a priest and
Yeah,
all.
it was like Father...
Father Flip O'Malley or some shite like that, probably.
Yeah, I had it written down somewhere.
But it was like the fun-loving Cardinals.
Yeah. And this is after Father Ted's success, by the way.
Of course, yeah. So just piggybacking off that.
Where
like-
most people were probably like, oh, this is like Father Ted, is it?
Yeah, exactly.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That was huge, though, that song.
Wrong person died.
That song was very big, though. I think it did reach number one when it came out.
The furthest, it got number 3.
Okay, right,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
But still, like,
It's
for
still
a
pretty
song
big.
that's like, who's in the house?
Jesus. And were there any verses? Was he like spitting rhymes?
Oh, yeah. Actually, you talk for a second there.
Okay,
I'll get
all
some
right.
lyrics.
Well, yeah, the lyrics were probably like, motherfuckers don't know when I'm on these streets. I'm the kind of motherfucker y'all don't want to meet. Is Jesus in the house? This is how we do. He big enough for me. Yeah, we coming for you. What? Skitty bop bop bruh, bruh, bruh. Something like that, was it?
No, not as good as that.
No? Okay.
Not as good. They're actually like,
That was me
I got it right there.
freestyling.
So it was Father Brian.
Father Brian.
Yeah. Not
That-
even like funny. Like,
Yeah, not even funny.
I think you said
I
Father Flip.
Flip O'Malley.
Yeah.
Which would have been great.
It's not, that's kind of funny. Even
Yeah.
just like I won't say like, oh, it's the height of wit, but it's like,
Yes.
yeah.
It's no gecko chamber.
Yeah.
But if you didn't listen to the previous episode, you won't get that, and that's your problem.
Yeah.
That's your fault, okay? It's not my fault that I can't get hard. What? Sorry.
I've got issues with my mother.
You're letting me drink too much, Brian.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
my birthday. I've been drinking. I'm very sad. You shouldn't let me. You're just on your phone there. What are you looking up, the lyrics?
Yeah, I'm looking up the lyrics.
All
Yeah.
right, go on.
I can't. God, oh no.
I can't read. I forgot. Why was I given this job? You're the main researcher.
Oh, this is the ad for male illiteracy. Have you been trying to look up lyrics to Who's in the House?
On your podcast, we've
Yeah.
all been there. Yeah.
Oh no! I'm the panic has made me type in, instead of song, I wrote SON space G.
You've ruined it forever. Yeah, but I remember this song being out. Like, I was very young when this came out. So this is like late 90s, I think, 99, maybe 2000. Who cares?
Yeah,
Whatever.
who cares?
Fuck the
Like,
lyrics.
it wasn't good. It was like,
It was shite,
You
yeah.
want to be cool? Go to school.
Yeah,
it was like that,
exactly,
it was that
yeah,
level.
yeah.
It wasn't like it was like, yo, pull the trigger.
I'm fucking out here slinging this crack rock. That's how the Catholics do. Now suck my cock. Hurry. I wasn't like